and that's going to be the start of our episode. So welcome to another episode. Didn't expect it to be starting out like this. Deer hunting this morning is probably going to be a little delayed, but we'll get there when we can. That's pretty crazy. Look at the storm back there. Camera doesn't do it justice, but we're going to let this pass, and then hopefully we'll be able to get to the woods. I'm going to go inside. I don't think it's actually too bad. Definitely unexpected. I haven't slept much all night. It's about 4 o'clock right now. When this passes, though, it's just going to be great deer hunting. I mean, it's going to be wonderful deer hunting. So it's looking pretty ugly right now. I'm going to go inside. We're going to wait this out. We'll see what happens, and hopefully I see y'all in the deer woods. And hopefully there's deer everywhere. It's getting ugly. We'll get inside.
Put it in, it looks like, no, that's different. Okay, that's up to the north. That's for keep the radar tornado warning going until 5:15 for Clinton County and Cumberland County in Kentucky.
I'm in a little bit of a slump. I'm just not seeing deer as much. But we see deer using this area a bunch, so I'll sit here and see what happens. I'm just sitting here to see if I can see any deer walk through. Theoretically, looks like a good place to kill a good buck. Bunch of points coming down. There's trails running this ridge line right here. So they have been walking this. We're just gonna see what happens. Hopefully we'll see some deer, reindeer. Hopefully we'll see an old mature buck pushing the doe around. It should happen, so see if we see this evening. The wind is a little iffy, but it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad, so figure out before dark we'll see a deer come out and stick it down here. It'll be a good one. We'll see what happens. set up, sitting down, and I can see just about anywhere a deer walks. Pretty excited about this. I'm expecting to see some maybe when the sun gets up. A mature buck, you never know what he's gonna do. He could come as it's just breaking light. He could walk through. He could walk through right now. He could walk through at 10:30. He could walk through when the sun gets up. You never know. So we'll sit here and see what happens. It's a beautiful country we're hunting in. A lot different than what I usually hunt. I usually hunt thickets when I come over to this area. There aren't a lot of thickets. So rolling hills, very steep hills. We'll see if maybe one walks in front of us this morning. Maybe he'll have a good set of antlers. We can drag him up this steep hill and lose our breath while we're doing it. Got some electric heated socks this morning, thanks to my grandparents, Gran and Daddy B. Thank y'all for this. Golly, these suckers already put it in this foot. These suckers are already getting warm. That's kind of odd, I ain't gonna lie. We'll see. Oh my goodness, that's really hot. Well, I am out scouting around this thicket. Hoping maybe I can jump one up. And as you can see behind me, this terrain is crazy. Extremely difficult to kill a deer in compared to what I'm used to hunting. I'm used to hunting the thickets and stuff. It's kind of my home base thing. Up here, completely opposite, but I was driving along the road at my spot, and I saw it was open near the side of the road, so I thought, go walk through this corner, see what it looks like. So that's what we're doing now. It's really thick in here. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's thick. So we'll see what we can do. Maybe we can jump one. And maybe we can end the hunt that way, but it's probably not gonna happen. But just gotta keep going. When times are rough, just gotta keep staying positive. If you keep a positive mentality while you're in the field, good things can happen. Said some prayers. I keep having faith. Even if it doesn't happen, we're out in the great outdoors, and that's the best thing there is. So, but we're gonna try to keep going and see if we can put a big one down. And, hopefully I can find some sign for you guys. And also some deer I can show y'all. So, almost there, I think. So I will see y'all when we get there. That's actually relatively fresh. One thing I like doing, some people wouldn't agree with this, but it's mediocre fresh. There's stuff dripping from it, but I like getting my car key. This tree right here, and I like marking beside it. Just a little bit, like just scraping it a little bit. See the difference right there? It does over time dry a little bit, but if it's real fresh, you can see the comparison. Yeah, I mean, that's a good sign. I haven't seen very many of these. It's not real high, but I mean, it's still got the stuff hanging from it. Maybe we'll find more. I saw these does and I thought, you know, I'm going to sit here and see if a buck will show up and start pushing these does around. I couldn't get on him. He was telling her though. I'm not all too sure he was a shooter. But I thought when I looked through my scope, I saw a frame. So, I have no idea. I guess I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Maybe next week we'll get a crack at him.